Okay, Phil, so why don't you tell us about this new one-shot gun cleaner from Firefly?
This is our one-shot gun cleaner and lube. I have been using it myself for the last 2 or 3 visits to the range, and each time I've run about 200 rounds through each one of these pistols. And I went through the first time, and I came back and cleaned them, and then a couple of weeks later I went back, put another couple hundred rounds in, and now they need to be cleaned. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now and try to keep it as short as possible. This is my little concealed carry pistol. It's a 6-hour 365 SAS, and I've never been too keen on these small barrel things, but this one is pretty good. Anyway, you field strip it, and I have a regular routine that I follow when I'm cleaning. And the first thing I want to do is get the barrel clean, and I just put a wipe on one of those curlicue wire brush type things, and then this is so slick and so easy to use compared to the CLP that I've used in the past and some of the other Hops products, which I'm not knocking them, they're good stuff, but this is a new mousetrap, and I think it does a really, really good job for real prompt, easy cleaning. You can see it takes it right out, I guess, after I must have had some good ammo, because it's not really coming out dirty, but I have been buying better ammo. A couple of wipes just to get the worst of it out, and I switch this for the swab, and there's enough of that left in there, so generally I don't have to add anything to this. It just is a way to get the leftover material out and to make sure that the barrel's good and clean. And you can see it's coming out nice and clean now. This is a 9mm pistol. Some of the areas that really get dirty are this ramp right here. On this particular pistol, it's nice and still nice and black, as it's only had a couple hundred rounds, maybe 400 rounds run through it. But when I get into this other pistol, you'll see the difference. Then I take a brush. I don't even remember where I got this, but it's pretty commonly available. And then I'll use this just to put a little bit of the cleaner on there, the one-shot cleaner. And then I hit all the moving parts, or all the parts on the inside where the slide goes, and get it as clean as possible. I'm getting more out of there than I did out of the barrel. And this is where your grime and your stuff accumulates, obviously, and it cleans it right off. There's no heavy work that needs to be done to get it done. This is a striker fired, so I don't really have a hammer to deal with. Gotta go back to this one because it's still pretty clean. You just use it to wipe the pistol part stand on the inside. This is a job that a lot of people don't like to do, but I don't find it to be that bad now. This cleaner has no odor. It is about as safe as you can get. It is not something that would catch on fire, and it just leaves you with a nice clean gun and a nice dry film on it. I don't know if you can see this, but right there where the pin comes out is nice and clean, and that's an area that usually gets pretty black from the powder. Anyway, set that aside. We got this done. Let me just wipe it down one last time. You can see the film that's left, but it will gradually dry, and then when I get done I wipe it down with one of these towels, and it cleans it all up. Yeah, this gun here is still so new, it hasn't really gotten the benefit of too many rounds.
So while you're cleaning that, tell us a little bit about why you should clean your guns if you don't regularly.
Yeah, guns are like anything. If you don't take care of it when you need it the most, it's gonna not be there for you. So keeping it clean makes it operate safely and efficiently and dependably, which is the thing that I've always harped on. You know, I don't know if any of you went in the military. They made a big deal out of cleaning weapons, and it's kind of stuck with me. But I can see the value in it, because these things, when I take them out, I never have a misfire, ever. And it's a combination of buying good ammo and keeping everything nice and properly lubed. Store them in a place that's not going to have a lot of moisture.
And since you started using the one-shot gun cleaner and lubricant, how have you noticed that impacts the performance of the gun?
Well, I've not seen any change in the performance from any other cleaner that I've used. The big change I've noticed is the darn stuff is so easy to work with, and when you get done, you get a nice clean gun that you don't have to put lube on. You don't have to put oil on and then wipe and wipe and wipe and then hope like the dickens you got it all off. Okay, we're pretty much done here with this. So you slide her back together. You know, I had problems with this thing the last time. There we go. This one you have to use a screwdriver to get it to release. When you get done, I can tell after I've used the gun a bunch of times, and I rack it, and it racks nice and smoothly, I can tell that it's happy and it's well lubed. And at this point now, I'd set it aside, and I'm going to go ahead and do my other pistol. And then I'll wipe that off with make sure I get any of the remaining residue off. Now this particular pistol's had thousands of rounds run through it. And it is, actually it's my favorite pistol. I really have enjoyed this thing. I don't know if you can see how dirty this ramp is right here. That's where the slug rides up into the barrel. And that is always an area that gets black. And all it takes is a couple of wipes with this cleaner. I usually save it till later, but I don't know if you can see the difference there.
Yeah, it's very clean looking.
Nice and clean.
It's shiny. And
that's what you want. This barrel is, well, it's got a lot of stuff in there, so we'll go ahead and yeah, I think that if you're going to have a gun and you don't clean it, you don't deserve a gun. Because if you don't take care of your pistol, there's going to come a time where you're going to wish you had, and that's going to be the time you're going to need it. Yeah, this has got a little more stuff on it. I kind of overlapped that on there, nice and clean. So if I had been using something like hops or CLP, I would have had to run that through numerous times to get it clean. This one time and I'm done. Now it's just a matter of wiping up the residue that was left behind.
So this makes the whole process of cleaning your gun faster and simpler?
Yeah, before I would have been, you see how clean it is.
Yeah.
This stuff just loosens it up, even though it might be caked on it. When I looked in the barrel, I could see that there was a considerable amount of residue in there. Now it's as clean as a whistle. So it's, I'm totally sold on it. And I think if anybody out there is looking for an easy way to clean a pistol or a rifle or even a shotgun, this stuff is the easy way to do it. And it's very effective, and it'll make your gun happy. And after you've used your gun a while, you'll be able to tell if it racks nice and smooth. You'll know that it's happy, and then you'll be happy.
So it comes in that 16-ounce bottle with the squeeze top. How many times could you clean your gun, or how many guns could you clean with a bottle that size?
I think you could probably get as many as 25 to 50, depending on how dirty they really were. But I wouldn't be at all surprised you could clean 50 pistols like I just have here. You can see I haven't used that much in the way of the material. And yeah. Get my little toothbrush here.
So you mentioned it was odorless too, but I also noticed you're handling that rag and the gun with your bare hands. Is it the material is fine to have on your hands? Doesn't leave like residue or anything?
No, it washes off, but what most people don't realize is this product is also food grade. So it's been approved. We haven't received the actual certificate yet. It should be forthcoming. The government's not as fast as we would like a lot of times. But once that's out, it'll be considered food grade, which means you can use it in and around food. And if you can use it in and around food, that means you can get it on your hands and it's not going to hurt you. Now, to me, this is no different than a lot easier on my hands than the CLP. That stuff I almost want to wear a pair of gloves with, but it is not as friendly as one-shot cleaner is. Yeah, this one comes apart a little bit easier, a little more than the other pistol. But it doesn't hurt to go ahead and do these. I also clean my magazines. I have a couple of them here, but they're all clean to begin with. But it's a good idea to take your magazines apart every now and then, and you can see what I'm doing here. And it just works to clean out any accumulation of gunpowder or smoke or any other grit that may have accumulated. And of course you want to wipe up inside of the magazine chamber, because there's always something up there from when you fire weapons. You can see the smoke, and depending on the quality of the ammunition, sometimes you get a lot of smoke, sometimes you get very little. But it's good to keep it as clean as possible. This only fits on one way, so if you're wondering.
So it looks like with the one-shot gun cleaner and lubricant with Firefly, you've cleaned 2 pistols in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah. Where before, I guarantee you, it would have taken me over an hour to do this.
So it saves you time. It's nice on your hands. It leaves a nice, you said, a dry film on the gun.
Yeah, it leaves a dry, you can almost see it here. It just gives you a nice soft sheen, And when I get done, I get my fingers off of it, then I can just wipe off the thing, and it comes out nice and shiny, but it's not going to attract dust, which is the death of pistols. Is you want to make darn sure you don't have a lot of dust accumulation, and generally what you find that in is when you have too much lube on the pistol or the rifle or whatever you happen to be using. If you over lubricate it, it's as bad as under lubricating it. Yeah, this pistol is.
And when is this product going to be available on the market?
Well, it's available now. We're just waiting for the final label proof to come back so that we can really start bottling it. But we can actually start delivering it.
And where are the marketplaces they can find this?
On our website and Amazon.
So fireflytool.com, and then Amazon, you just look up firefly1.gunfan.
That's it. See, I don't know if you can tell that, but it's nice and smooth. There's nothing grabbing that. It means it's well lubed, and it's what I call a happy pistol. So there you are. This is a new product, and I think it's gonna become very popular. We're gonna try to get it out there as quickly as we can so that people can start enjoying it and using it and start cleaning their guns a little more often. You can see this one is already started to dry up a little bit. But this will give you an idea of how it finishes. It's a nice finish.
And thank you very much for the demonstration, Phil, and we look forward to getting this product on the market and into your hands.
All right.